Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Myopic Monday. But before I get into that, I hope everyone is having a beautiful and blessed Monday. I hope that you're having a great day. Like when you walked in to work, everything was perfect. Everything was laid out exactly how you wanted it to be. And if it's not, hopefully it's getting that way and you're not struggling or thinking about struggling through the day. But let's talk about Myopic Monday. So we all know that myopia is a condition of the eye that causes you to be nearsighted. And when you're nearsighted, it means you can only see things, that are close up to you. So how do we suffer from myopic Mondays? Well, this is what I think about. Like on Monday, a lot of people sit there and they think about, what's directly, in front of them. What are the things that they're fighting with and dealing with on a day-to-day basis? And they subject themselves to it over and over and over again. Why is that? It's because they're nearsighted. It's because they only see, what's right around them. And they're not focusing on the vision or what's far away from them. Because if they could see what was far away from them, they stop focusing on the little things that are right around them that are causing them trouble or causing them pain or issues, or things of that nature. So think about it like this. When you first walk into your office or whatever it is, on Monday morning, what is the first thing that you do? A lot of people, turn on their computer, they check whatever, inboxes they have. Because some people still, get mail and they're looking to see, what it is that's on their desk, or they're looking at folders, or they're looking at file folders, on their computer. Because you got, different levels of technology, in businesses. So everybody's not, on a computer all day. Some people still, have to shuffle papers and, things of that nature. But when whoever it is, whenever they sit down, they have a routine, they have a ritual, they do what's right in front of them. And then later on in the day, like if things are going haywire and they're like, darn, I didn't think about that happening. It's because their focus was on what was directly in front of them rather than focusing on, the business or the job, as a whole, or seeing the entire vision. And that's what myopia or a myopic day will do to you, because you are taking only enough time to focus on what's right here. And that's what's going to keep you right where you are. You have to be able to expand your vision. Now, I know you're probably saying, I've done this job for years and years and years, and I don't see myself, doing anything else. It's not just with your career. It's also within your life. Like every day when you get up, do you have a routine? Does that routine help advance your life, or is it keeping you stagnant? What is it doing for you? Is it bringing you peace? Is it building, an empire? Is it building a nest egg? Is it projecting you forward in some way? Or is it what's just getting you up and going every day? That shouldn't be the case. In life, you have opportunity to change whatever it is that you're going through by making small, changes or small differences each and every day. Like, let me give you an example. Say, for instance, you don't wake up until 8 o'clock in the morning every day. Imagine if you gave yourself an extra 30 minutes. Think about what you could do in 30 minutes. If you were to get up at 7:30, say you're one of these people to say, I don't have time to exercise, but I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, if you got up at 7:30 and were out for 30 minutes, those 30 minutes will become consistent, and eventually you'll see a change, in your body. Or say, for instance, you say, I never have time for breakfast. It doesn't take 30 minutes to cook and eat breakfast. Unless you some master chef that's making like 5, course meals for breakfast. But come on, you can throw an egg in there. And if you don't eat eggs, you can get you a bowl of fruit. You can do something, to feed yourself, to give yourself energy for the day, rather than sucking down all this coffee and these energy drinks and things with nothing on your stomach, nothing to give your brain, the power and the energy. Because that's why a lot of us, are tired. That's why a lot of us, struggle first thing in the morning. It's because we're not giving our body the fuel that it needs. But we only see what's right in front of us. We see the coffee and we're like, we're tired, let's drink it so we can wake up. But at the same time, your brain is saying, no, please give me something good and nourishing to eat. Something good and nourishing to drink. Don't fill me up with this caffeine and fire me off, because around 2 o'clock, I'm going to be out of gas. I don't care if you feed me at 11 or 12. I'm still going to be out of gas at 2 o'clock. I'm going to be exhausted so much so that I'll be back at the coffee pot. And then you wonder why you can't sleep at night, because you're drinking coffee later into the day, and that caffeine high doesn't exit your body, as soon as you think it should. So that's 2 ways that you can be short-sighted. What about when it comes to, everything that you learn and do, in your community, like the things that you do as far as God? Where are you with that? Do you only focus on helping the people that you know and the people right in your area? Or are you looking, nationally? Are you looking globally? I'm not saying you have to have the means to be able to do it, but imagine if you had the idea to do something that could help millions of people, but you don't do it because you only see what's right there around you. Nobody said you had to have the full idea and the full plan already written out and ready to go. But you have to put something out there. You have to try it. As if you don't, you'll be nearsighted until the day you die. You'll never know what that idea or that thought you had could have done in the world just because you wanted to focus on what was right here. I know I wear glasses. I wish I could take my glasses off and never wear them again, because I see so far away. I see so much greatness, coming in the future. Like when I talk to my friends and I talk to, people on Facebook message and ask me questions from time to time. When I talk to people, I try to encourage them, hey, just do it. Because the only thing that can happen is, one of 2 things. You can either succeed or you can fail. And even if you fail, you can fail forward into the success. So why are we so afraid, to get rid of this nearsightedness? Why are we so afraid to try to go beyond and look beyond what's right in front of us? Because you know what right in front of us does? Right in front of us keeps us stagnant. It keeps us right where, say, employers want us to be, where certain people just want us to be. Because as long as you remain nearsighted and you are constantly helping other people to get better and grow, and you see them go out in the world and do, all these great things. Good morning, Tim. You do all these great things, and, it's like they're out there doing it. You help them do it. So why are you still here, in this same space? You're still in the same space because you suffer from myopia. And not just, with your eyes, like with your mind, with your heart. For some reason, there's a belief, a limiting belief inside of you that says that you can only do what you can see and what you can put your hands on. Imagine if the people, who created Facebook or who created, say, LinkedIn or Reddit or any of those things, if they just said, hey, we're only going to deal with the people right in front of us, that might have been 10 or 15 people, and we wouldn't be connected the way that we are. Now, I'm not always, jumping up and down about social media, because social media keeps people from, really being social in some cases. Like a lot of folks think that, all the person is what they see on social media. That's not the case, because you would have to literally follow me around all day, every day to know exactly what it is that I do. But you only get to see a glimpse of what's available in a person's life. So what I'm saying is, those people that created these platforms didn't have myopia. They didn't have a myopic mindset. They saw beyond anything that had ever been created. And they said, you know what, let me try it. And billions of dollars later, look at what we have. All of us have this ability. Because people always say, well, how did they do it? They tried. They didn't worry about, what happens if we fail. Sure, they probably did, but they had a contingency plan that said, if we fail, we're going to try this next. And see, that's what myopia does to you. It says, you know what, you're right here, right now. Everything's going well. Your bills are paid. Everything is fine. Don't go out there. Because if you go out there, then, we might fail. Something bad might happen. But what happens when you do go out there and something good happens? I don't know. Let's try it. So today, on this Myopic Monday, think about the things that, are right in front of you and how you can get past those things to get the vision and all the greatness that God has for you. Once you can see past what's in front of you, what is it that you need to move out of the way? Or what is the thing that you need to change your focus from to get you out there to where the greatness is? And I'm not telling folks, I know it's going to be people on here that's saying, you know what, you talking about my husband and my wife. I need to get away from them. So nope, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about mindset. I'm talking about what is it that's in you that's keeping you stagnant and keeping you in the same place that you've been in for the past 10 years. And every time you turn around, you say, I need to finish that book. I need to finish this organization. I need to start my business. The only thing is moving is time. It's up to you to get rid of this myopic mindset. So what are you going to do today? Are you just going to write it down, look at it and say, ooh, this is what she was talking about? Or are you going to look at it, write it down, and start taking the steps to actually do it? There's a big difference. Because I was talking, to one of my partners, and we were talking about something really big, something I want to try. And, when he pulled that bow back and let that arrow go, I felt it right in my heart. Because he was like, you know what, all this sounds wonderful. This is all well and good, and I believe you could do it. And I believe that you are moving towards it. But what does it really look like, and how do we get there? So my little eyes got to be opened up and go on out there and figure out exactly how to get there. Why? Because it's my idea, and I have to get to the business of figuring out how to get there. Even though it's a great idea, great ideas don't amount to anything if you don't take the actions to get to them. So I'm in the same boat with y'all. I'm not, on the shore laughing and pointing at you. No, baby, I'm out there in the middle of the ocean, without a paddle. I'm just, trying to figure out a way to get back to shore. So on this Myopic Monday, I need you all to look at your ideas, look at your thoughts, look at your dreams. Allow yourself to step outside of your comfort zone. Allow yourself to try something different, because you'll be amazed at what happens when you're no longer nearsighted. You'll be amazed at what God will send to you, what you will see, and what you'll want to try and what you'll want to do. It'll have you so on fire that you won't even realize it's you. All right? So y'all have a beautiful rest of your Myopic Monday. And I hope this message, pushes you, makes you want to do more, so that you can not only manifest it, in your mind and your words, but you can do it with your actions. Y'all enjoy the rest of this beautiful Myopic Monday. Have a great day.